Hello everybody, I am Varus Gamer. I am a 16-year-old game developer and today I will show you what 1 month of my game development on my first 3D game was like. So why did I change the ID? Because some of you may know I already had an ID. I changed it because I thought the first game was a bit boring and I didn't like working on it. But for now I have a new one. And this is one I really like working on. I also have another idea, and that's gonna be with shorts. So if you want a more in-depth explanation of features I'm adding, you can go watch the shorts. For this video I'm not gonna do it maybe one short or something, but it's going to be a little bit in depth and we're gonna dive a little bit in the code, but I'm gonna leave some timestamps for those of you who don't want to do it. I also gonna tell you that this video is gonna work with phases, so you're gonna have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, like phase 1 will be the movement, phase, all those things, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and let's go into Godot and see what I added first. Alright, let's start up the game and let's see what happens now. So now in game we can see I can run around, I can jump around, I can sprint around, and I also have a stats map bar. The debug is something I implement later and I'm going to show you later. But now I just have the stats, and you see the stats decrease and increase by running or doing something else. Alright, let's start up the game and have a look. So now in game, when I'm sprinting, the stats will decrease. So let's look. You can see the hunger already decreased. But for easy management while I'm making the game, I can debug and I can add HP, remove HP, reset it. I can add hunger, I can remove it with all the things, and I also added an invincible mode. So if I just do all of the stats to max, I can go back and I can see even while I'm sprinting and jumping around, nothing changes. Not the hunger, not the thirst, not the tiredness. So it's easier for me to debug right now. Okay, now that those first mechanics are implemented, I'm gonna pitch the idea to you. So, for the type of the game, I'm thinking of a cozy-ish survival game. It's gonna be on floating islands, so it's different from other survival games. I'm also thinking of some mechanics like crafting, maybe a little bit of automation. I'm gonna see that. But then, the most important thing, what is gonna be the title? Well, I've already chosen one, and I think it works perfectly for the type of game I'm creating. The title is gonna be Skylit. So you can see that is a title with sky and all those things in, and I'm thinking of renaming the island. So the island that you first spawn on, your home island, I can say, is gonna be called Skylit. I think it's very, very, very good, and hopefully you do too. And yeah, so let's go over the other changes I made. Okay, now I have set up a basic inventory. When I press tab, you see I have the items just for testing these are not final. I can do one per slot, and you can see this now, but the max stack size is 64, and I also have non-stackable items, so I can just change that by doing some resource stuff. So when I go into the scripts, I can see the resource tab and I can go to the items, and let's check it out from the bottom. So I have a name, description, that will be the tooltip, stackable or not, and the texture. And for the inventory, I just have slots. So in the slots, yes, it's only a resource, but there are some things like the max stack size and yeah, the item data and the quantity, but that you can only see if I open the inventory resource, which is this. And for now I'm just adding manually, so I have a bomb of a quantity of 1. Let's change it to like 40. That is the slot thing. Here is the item resource, and I just need to add some items, and the inventory data is just an array of slot data with an amount of columns, which is going to be useful for later. Alright, now I added another thing. It's a chest. Sorry if the clocks outside are a bit loud. Right, they stopped. So I added a chest system. So now you can go to the chest, you can interact with it, you can pick up the items, move them around, and you can just move items from inventory to inventory. And maybe now I'll just show the max stack size is 64, so that won't combine. But if we do like this is going to be 60, so now I can do 4. So if I do 4, it's 64, and if I want to add 1, it doesn't combine. So this was not that hard, but this was why I needed the amount of columns, because if you go into the chest, you can see I set the inventory data amount of columns to 3. So as you can see in the game, there are 3 columns. This is just so I can change UI a bit quicker. This is also temporary UI, it's not going to be fine. Alright, I'm back. So I implemented a lot of new things. Last time you saw a chest, but now I have some new things, like I have a drop item. I can pick it up, I can go into my inventory, and I can drop single items, full stacks. You can pick them up back again, and as you can see, it all works. I also went ahead and added a consumable thing. So if I go into the debug, you can see I added some things, but that's for later. If I go into the debug and I remove some HP, I can press the 1 on my keyboard and shit. So it didn't work. I'm gonna have a look at that, but you saw it already disappeared. I also change it to I know why it does. So first off, when I implemented it, it was going to change the HP, but now I changed it to change the hunger, because that's a bit more logical. So if I do this, I can change the hunger, so that's very nice. This is widely expandable, so I can add like potions and things, or maybe cool things like water bottles and some things like that. So for thirst and HP and all those things. So this is vastly expandable, as you can see in the consumable item data script: heal, hunger, thirst, and tiredness. And I'm just gonna change the resources. So like if we go into the apple, you always saw it, I can change what values it change. So I can even do something that heals and hungers of hunger and thirst, and the name and the description and that. So all those things are the same like the item data, but the consumable item data is different. So yes, that's it for now. Alright, we're back. Now I have the debug worked out. So last time you saw a glimpse of it, but now it's fully working. So if I open up the inventory, you can see I can choose what item I'm adding, like a bomb, and I'm picking a number like 5, and you can see, oh, it adds only, yes, so for now that's not working. I don't know why, but I'm gonna check that. Alright, let's try the bomb again. So 2 and it only adds 1. Alright, that's not important. I'm not gonna change and work hard on the debug because yeah, it's only for testing, so it's not in the real game, so what does it matter? I've already worked long enough on debugging, so now I can move on to the next thing, and I think it's gonna be save system, but you guys are gonna see it next. Well, that was a great guess. So yeah, it's gonna be a save system, and yeah, let's jump right in and don't waste any time. Alright, and this one I'm gonna take a different approach in explaining it to you, and it's gonna be, first I'm gonna show you how I approach a problem and how I plan out how I'm gonna implement it, and after that I'm gonna implement it. So first off, you can see I make a sketch in a sketchbook, and you see I add the datas I'm gonna add, the scripts I'm gonna add, what should be in them, and I connect it with arrows and such things, so you can see that this has a save manager and a save load and a item data array and all those things. But the entities I didn't implement yet, that's for a later video, but for now you can see that I have added the save load and the save manager, and now I'm gonna show it to you guys, so enjoy. Alright everyone, I'm back and let's have a look. I implemented the save system, so you can see I'm not even at the starting position, but I'm gonna change it for now. So I'm gonna delete the save, and let's now load the game. You can see I'm at the starting position where I always was. I also removed the dropped item, it wasn't necessary, and I can run around and everything still works like normal, so you can see all the stats change and stuff. But then when I go to the debug and I save the game, I can quit, and when I restart, you can see I am back at the save spot. Even my stats and my inventory is saved, but the inventory you couldn't see it for now, so let's change the inventory up a bit. Inventory wasn't saved. I forgot to save the game, so now you can see I changed the inventory. Let's save the game and let's quit. Now you can see my inventory is also changed, my stats are saved, and one thing I added also for debugging is deleting the saves, and I can just as that delete the saves and I'm back to where I was at the beginning. So now I want to dive a bit into the code. It's not that hard. So this is my debug code. I think this is my save manager code. My debug code is a bit more big, not complicated. But the save manager is just like I explained when I was showing you my thought process. Is just for saving, and I also added this function here. So when I close the game, it also saves, but I commented it out for now because for debugging it's not necessary that I have it. I just can save the game, but while you play the game you won't have it. So I just added this and I commented it for now. I'm gonna add the entities in a bit after I did the placement system, so I already found out where they need to go. And it's just, here is an autosave. It's also implemented. I don't think I tested it because I have some errors. Oh yes, that's because there was no save file and some things like that. But the delete save is not that hard as well. It just opens, checks if it exists, and it removes then some debugging options for if something is not working the right way, and just the save things. So in the save data as well, you can see I'm gonna do this, and I also set it up for the entities, but I'm just gonna add the entity array later. So it's gonna be something like this, and it's gonna be like entity data or something like that. So yeah, that's it for now. I think it turned out like just how you wanted it to turn out. It's not that different. Like you can do different things with it. So I'm just gonna add the entities and stuff. That's gonna be a bit complicated to add to the save system, but it's gonna be alright. So yes, that was it for now. That was my save system. I'm up next. I think I'm gonna be adding a map. I don't know yet. So it's the end of the day for me. It was a long day, and now tomorrow it's New Year, so yeah, now I can just rest for a bit, and I'm gonna see you when I implement the next thing, but for you it's gonna be in like 4 seconds or something. Yeah, well, no, I don't think it's gonna be, because I didn't achieve anything more than that. So there are some reasons for that, like New Year, and it was very, very busy. I'm 16 and I also have a life, and I don't want to be after my computer the whole time. So yeah, I had a lot of things to do, but now, yeah, don't blame me. I think I have achieved a lot, and so yeah, 1 month is over, and this is what I achieved in 1 month. I hope you liked it. So if you liked it, please subscribe and like, and yeah, I'll see you next time.